Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well today. In this video, we are discussing two very big things. Not only was 4.4, the whole Nix patch unveiled completely, so we know what's going to be in at the initial release, but we also have confirmation of a new tech preview happening this week, and I think it's one that you guys are going to be really excited for. Now, before we get into it, if you are enjoying the content and you want to stick around for more Star Citizen news, feel free to subscribe. I do have channel memberships open if you want to go the extra mile, and feel free to join the community Discord. I'll have a link for that down below, and I would love to have you there. Outside of that, let's get into some pretty decent news for this week in Star Citizen. All right, now starting this off, I do not want to keep you waiting on any of the tech preview news, so we're going to hop straight into that. Basically, there was a message of the day yesterday announcing that, hey, 4.4 is going to be hitting PTU soon, probably early next week. And then we're also going to have an Evocati only short tech preview test, probably, today, tomorrow, sometime later this week. And this was announced on a Wednesday. So, basically anytime after Wednesday. Now, of course, we didn't really have much initial information there, but then it was confirmed just shortly after that this is actually referring to the engineering tech preview. Now, I don't know about you, but we've been waiting all year to hear anything about when we'll get our hands on this, and it actually seems that we could have it in our hands pretty damn soon. Now, keep in mind, this is going to be an Evocati initial release only, so again, there's probably going to be very little footage online. I guarantee some will get leaked, but this will stay pretty contained for a little bit here, as well as it's not going to be online for very long. So, those that do get their hands on it will probably only get to play for either a couple of hours or maybe a day or two at max. Now, I think the big thing here is obviously that we're finally getting a big feature hitting tech preview. That has been something we've wanted all year. And even though we're very late in 2025, I will take anything over nothing at this point. And I think engineering going online is a really awesome thing. Now, the other thing that I think is really important here is the fact that 2026 could potentially be a feature rich year for Star Citizen based off of what they are doing now. If you don't remember, the tech preview for engineering was actually getting ready for that branch back in July. So, quite some time ago at this point. And as to why we haven't seen it before now, I don't really know. Maybe it's simply due to the whole Vulkan integration thing. They've been really waiting on that, or there's something else going on behind the scenes. But I really do think us finally getting even a mention of the tech preview for engineering coming online means that we might be at a slight turning point for the game. Now, again, I could be jumping the gun with this. I could just be coping. But I really think that with two big features like this coming online before the end of the year, and just their talk about features in 2026 at CitizenCon Direct, it makes me think that there might be a little bit more happening than what we initially thought. Again, they did hint at a lot of these things at the event, but they didn't really show anything. And when you have to take CIG's word for something, it's really not worth it because typically they are pretty wrong about it. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Are you excited for the engineering tech preview potentially getting into our hands pretty soon here? And also, do you think that 2026 could be a feature rich year? And do you think that this maybe hints at it a little bit with these tech previews coming online? Regardless of your thoughts, I would love to hear them down below. All right, now moving into 4.4 news, this is everything that was initially announced for the public roadmap. Keep in mind, there are going to be a couple things in here that are not here quite yet, at least on the public roadmap. Things like the Perseus. So do not worry. There's a lot of ships that are not going to be mentioned here initially that will release with this patch. So just don't worry. I promise the Perseus is still coming in November. You just have to wait for them to actually add it to the release view. Now, starting it off, we're going to get into the weapons and items. This first card is quite literally insane. I don't know who made this, but I kind of love them for it. It is the shotgun pistol triple down, bolt action, mag drum, triple barrel, and a buckshot pistol. I don't know if they're just messing with us by saying mag drum instead of drum mag. Regardless, I mean, look at the picture for this thing. It is atrocious, but I love every little bit of it. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I thought that Pyro was gonna have all the jank weapons. Apparently, that's gonna be next, and we're already seeing that with some of these new guns. But yeah, I'm not gonna pretend like I know a good use case for this thing outside of it just kind of being awesome to have. So there's that. The next thing is the missile launcher, the boom tube. I don't necessarily need to go through the description of this because we've already seen it in action, but I mean, it's just a rocket launcher that has three explosives attached to the end of it. So it looks insane, but again, I kind of love it too. Moving into the ships and vehicle section, again, this is going to be a lot smaller than what it will be, but for now we have the new Wicklow ship offerings, that being the RSI Meteor and the Guardian MX. So nice to see that hit the Emporium. All right, moving into missions and events. The first thing here is Nyx Missions Pack 1, adding a first pack of missions to Nyx using existing archetypes with a fresh new narrative spin against new enemies. Now, not to be rude or anything, I'm just going to translate this. They're copying pasting the space missions from probably Pyro and Stanton and just putting them into Nyx. And instead of having those factions, we have the updated like Shattered Blade or the Vandul. So it is what it is. It's just how it's going to be since Nyx is going to be so early. We're not going to have a ton of content, and most of the content we do have is probably just going to be repeated from the other systems. So, all I'm saying here is just don't expect some brand new crazy missions. It's probably going to be very familiar. All right, so the next thing is Sworn Enemies. This is just the Welcome to Nyx operation that they talked about at CitizenCon. Pretty cool looking, but if you haven't already seen it, you could probably check that out with CitizenCon Direct or just wait to participate yourself whenever we get this into the PTU. Regardless, it does look cool and I am excited for it. All right, now moving into the locations tab. This is not going to be too crazy. We're just going to go through this super quickly. We have Delamar, the actual asteroid holding Levski. We have the Nyx system. We have the Glacium ring, which is a really beautiful ring that's kind of all around the Nyx system. We have Levski, which is the main landing zone. And then we have QV services stations. These are not going to be too crazy. I assume they're going to act as kind of the underground facilities of Nyx, at least currently, where a lot of the content is going to happen. And I assume most of the content where you're going to be actually killing enemies in first person is going to be at these stations. So I'm excited for it, but again, nothing too crazy in the locations tab. Running through the gameplay section really quick as well, because most of these were from CitizenCon. We have the interstellar hauling missions. We have exterior freight elevators. Those are specifically for Nyx and Pyro. We have Nyx jump points, and then we have Vandal NPC pilots. All right, now moving to the character session, we have new hairstyles just like we normally do. We have a medium Battletech armor and then a Wicklow version of it as well. I do like these armors. I know I always say that, so my opinion doesn't really matter that much. But the plain one looks pretty sleek to me. I think it's just a very chill armor, but it also still does look pretty nice. And then the Wicklow version, I mean, Wigglow's definitely stepping up his game a little bit with these armors. I think that the back of the head, like the kind of gold hair almost, is probably going to be an acquired taste for some people, but I do think it actually kind of looks pretty sick. Though, again, once Star Wars comes online, a lot of these armors should have more specific use cases. I don't know if this one will have a certain specialty or whatever, but I do think they look pretty clean, and I would love to hear your thoughts on them as well. The only other thing worth mentioning, I believe, and this is really kind of unrelated to 4.4, but it seems that AI FPS turrets have been delayed once more. Not to anyone's surprise, but it was kind of under the radar, so I'm not entirely sure why they weren't a little bit more public about that. I mean, it's not like anyone's going to be mad. It's been delayed like twice at this point, so it is what it is. Now, one last thing. I know there was some debate about whether or not the Perseus sneak peek last week was actually the Perseus and not the Galaxy. I hate to say it, I don't want to bring you down, but if you're looking forward to the Galaxy, it's probably going to be a little bit further out. This is 100% a Perseus sneak peek. But good news is that after the Perseus is released, the Galaxy is next in line to be developed for the RSI lineup. So that is good news. Outside of that, that really is going to do it for the video. Please let me know what you're thinking in terms of 4.4 and tech preview. I would love to hear your thoughts. And if there's anything in today's video that you really liked, like the new insane buckshot triple barreled pistol or the new Wicklow armor. Whatever it is, I would love to hear it down below. Thank you so much for being here and sticking around to the end. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.